Hello. HiP. Well, where are we? We're in Singapore. Fortunately, these guys are with me because if they weren't, I think I'd be collapsed on the floor somewhere. Having been in South America, Miami, Davos, Cambodia, Bangkok, Cambodia, Bangkok, now Singapore. About 6 weeks on the road. I'm very excited about what has happened and what has transpired, but I am on the closing ceremonies. There are 2 or 3 days left, and then we're back in London, and I'm really looking forward to getting back home just to decompress and a couple of times what is actually happening. And what is actually happening, God, I wish I could go into the detail, but confidentiality being what it is probably won't be going into the detail. So I'll just tell you a little bit about today, about the Singapore blockchain, the Blockchain Economic Forum in Singapore. And I'm going to be doing a talk on Wednesday, I believe it is, about 11 o'clock, 20 minutes on stage, telling everybody about HiP, telling getting a question and answer session in return, how does it work, how does it do this. So there'll be another broadcast of that. We're going to film that stuff, which is why Joseph's here. These guys are just on the ground, networking. We are all the time getting phenomenal interest in how our product works, how do we deal with the technical side of things, can we be a representative here in Singapore, do you need a market maker, what do you need to make this function? And what's great is that the whole point of being here is that we can bring a community situation and ethos together so that then people can take it further on. And since hitting Miami, that happened. Random meetings at the top of the tower with major hedge funds who want to be market makers, who just happen to be overseeing me doing a presentation to somebody else. And then all of a sudden, I'm up in the tower next door to the conference center, meeting the CEO of that company. Then there's Davos, the World Economic Forum, the Crypto HQ Forum. I was on a panel, I was talking about entrepreneurship. I was talking about the lunacy of being somebody who basically wants to become an entrepreneur and what the pains are being that person. Great networking opportunities there. Then hit Cambodia. Cambodia, I sat for 5 days with some of the biggest players in Cambodia who are rebuilding Cambodia, Chinese. And I was really surprised by that meet. It was just me, because I had no idea what I was getting into, and these people were incredible. The vibe and the chemistry just felt, when you sit next to somebody in a room and you feel comfortable with them, that was how it felt with everybody I was there with, and that is rare. And it turns out that their cultural way of doing things happens to be my cultural way of doing things, and therefore the synergy was just natural. And I think something really interesting is coming out of that scenario, and there'll be more news on that soon. Bangkok was very similar in situation, a bit more fast-paced in meeting people. Weren't spending 4 or 5 days with them, was just basically pitching the product to the people there. But again, it was well received. And we're expecting more news on these circumstances later. But in terms of being here in Singapore, I'm meeting with some old hats that I've known since 2013. We've got some people flying in from the UAE this evening just to grab a bit of time with us tomorrow. And these are the people who are contributing to a lot of what's going to be happening in the fundraise. Everything is going according to plan.